Welcome, everyone, to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Boston College Eagles taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Boston College's offense will get the first swing of the game. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars. And I don't know. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running back,
he lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown Seminoles! And they jump on top.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Richard. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Golden Eagles will hustle to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Robinson looking to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety. and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Looking to go up top on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Trying to get to it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 35, he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with him. Great move there. At the 35, he's loose. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And the Noles are moving quickly down the field. Barges ahead. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The Noles line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it on the draw. Shakes off the tackle. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They've moved it inside the 10, now 2nd and goal from the 9. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that 1st down play, now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
3rd and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good. Easy call for the refs. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got great speed. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this group.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. They're bringing heat. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Seminoles line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around, see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Boston College right back to the line.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man quickly. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Boston College! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now the play fake. Looking for an open area to his left. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He's moving out of the pocket. He's looking on the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a clock, it's Johnson. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Complete downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Robinson will throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass. Offense gets set for second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Using the quick game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Golden Eagles in the hurry up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Let's it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Knowles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll go to the ground. He's there to make the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. Running it back, it's Johnson. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boston College wants to play fast. Robinson looking to pass. Fires left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. And this one splits the uprights. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because of the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Quick tempo here for the offense.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Robinson will throw. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to the air one more time. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. He'll pull it on the read.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent.
Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Still on his feet. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. On the move and looking deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. And there he goes. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Oh, it's a reverse. Finds a crease at the 20. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Richard. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The back goes in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. That pass is incomplete and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Boston College.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. Throws to the tight end. He makes a catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Pressure coming.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Seminoles are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Noles headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Throws toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know...
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed. Coming from the outside, he was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. He wants to pass it on 2nd down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He's right on target. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Golden Eagles are in the hurry-up. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
On the ground, it's Richard. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Give to the single back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Getting some heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On second down, they'll take to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Coming after it. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to win it.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse